Folks, welcome back to another Poem Master video, and we're back for some more Datamine info. So again, shout outs to Crash, as always, for all this stuff, right? And we do have some details on the prestige event now. Again, like Crash even mentioned here himself, right? We do not have, all the info here yet, and as he mentioned over here, very likely change as they find out more, or if anything changes between now and the event comes out, right? So, like you mentioned as well, he's not as confident on how like the bonus points work it, all that stuff. So anyways, here is the event for, the folks who are asking for PvP, right? Personally, I think I've made my stance pretty clear. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of PvP. I mean, if you like it, fine. I don't like it, right? And there are definitely some people out there who always want a PvP in this game, and this is basically their sort of soft PvP that they're introducing. And yeah, let's check it out, right? So basically what this is I don't know if you guys played like any other gacha games before. Like, this is pretty common in games, right? For example, again, I always use the Dokkan example because a lot of people play Dokkan, right? It's kind of like the World Tournament in Dokkan Battle, right? So basically, it's the stage that you keep on fighting, and then every time you beat it, you get some points, and then the more points, the more rewards you get, right? And then there's like a ranking of all that stuff, a leaderboard of players. And for those who are hyping me up for this event and all that stuff, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I don't really, not a huge fan of this event, and I probably won't care that much. But yeah, so that's basically how it is. You complete stages, and then depending on how well you did in that stage, you get a certain amount of points. There's a lot of factors that factor into how many points you get, and we'll get into that, right? And the more points you get, the higher you'll rank. And then there's both completion rewards, there's like tier rewards, and there's like ranking rewards, right? The ranking rewards rank you against other players in terms of points, and then the higher you are, obviously the more points you get. And then there's like completion, like tier rewards, right? These, you're not competing against anyone, it's just if you get this amount of points, you get these rewards, right? So let's talk about this, right? Does kind of sort of remind us of the time trial, right? Which I wasn't a fan of either, personally. But yeah, so first of all, there's different stages, right? Part 1, part 2, part 3. This gives you, again, different points per clear. Part 1 gives you 250 points per clear. Part 2 gives you 650 points per clear. And then part 3 gives you 1,000 points per clear. And then there are some multipliers to give you, extra bonuses. First of all, there's a speed bonus. Gives you an extra 850 to 1.3k points, depending on how quickly the stage is cleared, right? So the faster you clear the stage, the more points you get on this front, right? That's basically the range of the points. Heaviest hit bonus seems to range between 50 and 500 points. The higher amount of damage you deal, the more points you get, right? It's pretty straightforward. More damage you deal, the more points you get, right? So, unscuffed bonus. Again, this seems to range between 50 and 500 points again. Take the least possible amount of damage within the battle to earn the most points, right? So the less damage you take, the more points you'll get. And then there's a survivor bonus. Seems to be 250, 200, or 100 points, depending on whether 3, 2, or 1 sync pair survive the battle. So if you had 1 sync pair at the end, you get 100 points. If you had 2 sync pairs at the end, you get 200 points. And if you had 3 sync pairs in the end, so all surviving, you get 250 points. There's a boost bonus. According to the text dump that can be obtained, this can be obtained randomly for the next of any given run, maximum 3 times per day. So this bonus is worth 2,000 points. So, it's like a random chance thing every day. You get this 3 times, and that's 2,000 every time for a maximum of 6,000 extra points per day, just as like a RNG thing, right? And then there's lineup bonuses. So lineup bonus is basically, some extra sync pairs that give you buffs, right? We've seen this a lot, right? In egg events, right? There's certain units that give you an extra boost in chances for dropping eggs. This is extra units for boosting your thing, right? So, anyways, let's check them out. Let's check the lineup bonus first, right? So the lineup bonus is pretty straightforward. So if you have Gloria Zacian, if it's at move level 1, you get an extra 1,000 points. Move level 2, 1.5k, 3, 2k, 4, 2.5k, and then move level 5 is extra 3k. And then Steven Metagross and Jasmine Celix is the same, except they're like 10 times less, I guess. Actually, no, they don't scale the same. That's 1,000, 1.5k. This is okay. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Just move level, right? Jasmine, same thing. And then Thornton Bronzong, you use that as well. That's half of Jasmine Steelix and Steven Metagross. Molayne Dugtrio and Wickstrom and Aegislash, so that's all the same. So yeah, that's basically how you obtain points in this event, right? Let's talk about the rewards and stuff. I think this is the link for rewards. Certain amount of points, you get a certain amount of rewards, right? So here's the ranking rewards, first of all. So if you rank between number 1 to number 6,000, again, we don't have all the details on this event yet. Like, we don't know if it's split region for boards, all that stuff, right? So if you rank between number 1 and number 6,000, you could get 6,000 gems, 1 5-star move candy, 1 4-star move candy, 1 3-star move candy, 5-star power-up tickets, not power-ups. So it's what, like 2 power-ups? You get the medal, all the medals, right? And then if you rank between 6,000 and 12,000, you get 3,000 gems, 1 5-star move candy, 4-star, 3-star move candy. You get 20 5-star power-up tickets, all the medal, all except for like the diamond one medal here as well. If you rank between 12,000 to 18,000, you're getting 2.4k gems, 4-star, 3-star move candy, 20 power-up tickets, and all 3 medals here as well. If you rank between 18,000, you know what? I'm not going to read through all of them. You guys get the point, right? You guys can see it clearly. And then the lowest is ranking under 65,000. You get the bronze medal, right? And if you rank between 45,000 to 65,000, you get like some gems in between, right? And then the different tiers, right? In terms of tickets, power-up tickets, move candy, all that stuff, gems. So that's the ranking reward. So there's ranking rewards, and there's and there's, I guess, what are the others called? Point rewards. So these are, if you get to a certain amount of points, you get these rewards, right? So let's start from the bottom, I guess. So from the bottom, you get your usual level cap stuff, skip tickets. At 3,000 points, you get 2 scout tickets, 5-star scout tickets, which is really nice, right? 4,000 points, you get 200 gems. 5,000 points, you unlock the story, I guess. 10,000 points, 2 more scout tickets. 15,000 points, another, I guess this is a story again. And then you got 200 gems at 20k. 3,000 co-op orbs at 25k. Lola's most famous, that's another, I guess, story event at 30k. 35k, 2 more 5-star scout tickets. How many 5-star scout tickets are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. That's a decent amount. And then or skip tickets, whatever, no one cares. All right, you get these medals as well, right? These are different medals, although they look very similar. They're both Gloria medals. They're different, but they're very similar. It's like one's like shaped like a cup, and the other one's just your regular medal shape. 200 gems at 60k. 2 more scout tickets at 80k. 90k, you get 200 gems. 2-star medal at 100k. Let's see. A 4-star power up at 130k, I think that's. 150k tech move candy coin. 4-star power up at 190k. Another medal at 210k, whatever. 5-star power up at 230k. I'm losing count. A support move candy coin at 250k. 200 gems at 270k. 300k is another 5-star power up, and then 350k is that gets the diamond medal. So that's basically the rewards, right? So let's talk about the event now. It's pretty clear, right, that it's kind of Gloria or bust, right? Because like the amount of bonus that Gloria gets in comparison to like Steven Metagross, Jasmine Steelix, Thornton Bronzong, like it's not really comparable. It's like it's a lot in comparison. So the big thing here, the big takeaway here is Gloria just gives you the biggest boosts, right? And the second takeaway here is move levels affect your points, apparently. Move levels affect your points. So like even if you both have Gloria, right? One's 1 out of 5 Gloria, the other's 5 out of 5 Gloria, that's 3 times the amount of points that you get, right? So that's also a factor. What do I think about this? I don't like this. I don't like this at all, honestly. I really would have preferred, right, if they were going to do this, just don't give this bonus thing. Don't do this bonus thing. Like, just let people use whatever teams they want, right? Yeah, it's like, of like these 3 units up here, right? And again, like, it's not like these are really comparable to Gloric Zacian, right? Zacian? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Steven Metagross is a limited unit, right? Pokefair, Gloria Zacian also, although, to be fair, the banner will be up when the event drops, right? Yeah, so there's that. Jasmine Steelix. This one, I guess, it's been here for a while. It's on every banner. Thornton Bronzong, well, this one's free. This one's not really hard to get. Same with this. Yeah, I just really didn't wish they did. I would have preferred if they were to do this in the event in the first place. Again, not a huge fan of this event overall. And I know a lot of people out there saying, "Oh, Post must love this event," because no, I don't like this event, right? And it just sucks for like, and it's not even like a whale thing, right? Like you could be a whale or spend some money on this game and still get screwed over by this, because like if you spend money on this game but you don't really like Gloria, what if you're like one of those like hardcore Sword and Shield haters or whatever online, right? And you just hate Gloria and you're like, yeah, well, that sucks, right? In comparison, like, maybe a free-to-play player who's like a big Gloria fan that's been like all just saving up all this time for Gloria, and obviously the person who got the Gloria, even if they were free-to-play in comparison to the person who didn't go for Gloria because they don't like Gloria or whatever, right? But they do spend money. There's a disparity there. So it's not only that, it's also like if you even want Gloria or not. Well, thankfully, although here's the silver lining. The silver lining is at least Gloria is like really, really powerful in comparison to like Nate last time, right? So at least Gloria is not Nate, I guess, is a bit of a silver lining here. But again, it's I just don't like when it's like it's one character that's just like so much boost over the others, right? It's not like, and it's like not everyone likes Gloria. I know it might sound crazy. I know it might sound crazy to some people, including myself, but not everyone likes Gloria. There are some people that really don't care about Gloria, right? Again, there are hardcore Sword and Shield haters out there, right? Who probably don't like Gloria or whatever. Personally, I love Gloria, but yeah, I just don't think, it's like people like, and my philosophy for the game has always been, pull for your favorite units, right? It's a gacha game. That's the point. The point of the game is collecting characters, right? It's a gacha game. Just pull for your favorite characters, and then, what if, like, you don't like Gloria, and then some people may feel pressured to pull for Gloria. Obviously, you don't have to. You could just skip this event, right? But then if you're skipping the event, you're maybe missing out on some stuff. So again, once the event goes live, if you don't like certain aspects of the event, do send, in-game feedback on all that stuff, right? Don't send it now, though, because the event's not live yet. And then, like, if you send it now, and like, and the event's not even live, and then they'll be like, what the heck, how do these people know this info? Because this is all Datamine, right? This is not 100% official yet. Like, wait for the event to go live, right? Don't send it right now. but do send it, when that eventually comes out. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. As for the rewards and stuff, I mean, it's the same thing, right? It's like Gloria, obviously, users have a huge advantage. It's not even like, Gloria, like that's the higher move level Glorias, right? Have a higher advantage in this one. Although there is one point that I do want to sort of talk about, right? A lot of people are saying like, oh, it benefits whales so much because the whales get so much in terms of rewards. Look at and it looks very, very tempting, like a 5-star move candy that you could use across any unit, right? It doesn't have to be striker, tech, support. That looks very, very valuable, right? And 6k gems. However, when you actually think about it, right? If any of you guys know anything like about investment, or investing, right? Here's what you do not do in investment is you don't go investing for a loss. And here's what I mean in terms of, in this context, right? It might look very good that it's like, oh, it's a 5-star move candy. But when you think about it, what exactly is the value of a 5-star move candy? Well, what the 5-star move candy does is it increases any of your 5-star sync pairs move level by 1. So what is the equivalent of that? The equivalent of that is pulling that sync pair from a banner. What's the most surefire way of that is going to a scout point on a banner and pulling that sync pair, right, to increase that move level. So that has this. So basically, this 5-star move candy has the same effect as going to scout points on a banner and selecting a 5-star, right? So the value of this 5-star move candy is you could quantify it. The value of this 5-star move candy is 36,000 gems. You need 36,000 gems to get to your scout points. So that's how much it's worth. Here's the thing, and why, again, I don't think this is really worth going after at all. 36,000 gems that you're getting off of profit, right? Okay, I guess with the extra 6k gems, a bit more, right? What do you need for that? You need Gloria. And you probably, and we don't know this yet, right? We don't know how many hardcore players, right? But probably, very likely, it would mean that you would need 5 out of 5 Gloria and Zacian. Just because, again, the boost is so much, right? 5 out of 5. If that's the case, how much or how many gems are you going to spend to get Gloria Zacian to 5 out? Obviously, if you're lucky, right? But in terms of average luck, how many people are going to get 5 copies of the featured unit in 36,000 gems? I do this for a living, right? I stream my summons on almost every, banner in the game. And you guys saw, I don't think I've ever gotten 5 out of 5 of a unit within the first 40k outside of, I think, Sabrina's banner, right? It does not happen. So most likely, the cost of getting to the top 6,000, the cost of getting that 5-star move candy, very, very likely is going to be more than 36k. So if that's the case, especially if you're going to your second scout point, right, which is, how much is that? 72k. That's like, what? That's basically almost like a net loss of 36k. So, like, a lot of people are saying, oh, this benefits the whales. Well, no, the whales, they take a loss here. And I know it does, it sounds weird, like, what the heck? How are they, But when you think about it, right, and if you, again, know anything about investing, right, again, unless, like, you're insanely lucky, which you guys probably know, the chance of getting 6 with the same sync pair within a scout point is very, very unlikely. So most of these top 6,000, not everyone, but most of the top 6,000 are probably taking a loss going into that. So it's not like the rewards are like that much worth it either when you think about it, in the terms of actually how much value you're putting in there, in terms of, how much you're getting back, right? So, and it's not just glory. You probably need, Steven 5 out of 5, or Jasmine 5 out of 5. That's even more, right? So, yeah, about the rewards, it really isn't, the whales, they got so much better after this, right? Um, Again, it's benefit, but overall, most people who get into the top 6K are actually taking a pretty hefty hit there, right? For that. So I really don't think it's worth it. And that's sort of the issue, right? Um, like the requirements for this event is just too high, right? The requirements are too high, and the rewards aren't really worth it. The requirements you need, Gloria's Asian over here, right? Steven Metagross probably as well. Jasmine Steelix, you need those, and then the rewards you get don't even, cover your losses, or your expenses, right? Not exactly losses, expenses for that. And even, as you move down the ladder, right? So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, right, if you are going to do this, which again, I'm just not a fan of this concept, like this whole concept at all, like in the first place, right? I just don't really like PvP in gacha games because, like, here's the thing, like, PvP in a gacha game is basically whoever spends more, 99% of the time, whoever spends more is going to get a higher ranking, right? Which I don't like. I don't like that, right? That's pretty lame, if you ask me. Obviously, there's also RNG factors in there as well, but a lot of the time it's going to be whoever spends more, right? Not a fan of that. So there's that. As for the point rewards, I really wish like the point rewards, like it wouldn't have been like this high of a requirement either, right? Just to get the stuff. In my opinion, I really think the point rewards would have been, something more in line of, okay, if you're like actually free to play or something like that, then you could, collect all the point rewards at least, and like not compete for like the absolute bloodbath that is going to be the, leaderboards, right? I mean, I'd assume a lot of free to play players really won't care too much about trying to participate in this, right? But at least like get all the point rewards. That would have been nice. But yeah, I guess that's most of this info, right? Again, thanks to shoutouts to Crash for all this info and all that stuff. Again, personally, can't say I'm looking forward to it. There's like one positive, which is during the event period, the Syncorp drill is gonna cost 0 stamina, which also could potentially mean like it's gonna be like pretty hefty stamina cost for this event. So they're just like, oh well, we'll give you a break on this, Syncorp stamina thing, right? So again, we don't have confirmation. This is just like a guess. Like maybe like this event is just gonna be unlimited attempts, just like refreshing stamina, right? Which would be probably the worst case scenario. But again, don't listen to me. There's no confirmation either way, one way or the other, right? So yeah, again, as you guys could probably tell already, not a fan of this fan, despite people online saying I am, which that's just their projection. I don't know, assumptions, which is again completely untrue. Not a fan. Not a fan. Wasn't satisfied with the time trial event. And again, we still don't have all the details yet, but so far, I don't really like it that much. So yeah, again, that's gonna be for this one, I guess. It's a pretty common, like I could see the other arguments as well. Like, okay, it's a pretty common thing in all other gacha games, right? And like, obviously people who put in money in this game should probably get some kind of return. They are in a way funding the game, right? Because if no one's spending money on this game, the game would obviously not exist, right? You do need some kind of monetization. I mean, it's capitalism, right? You need some kind of monetization to keep the game afloat. Like, I get that, but I mean, it's just which what you value a bit more. But oh well. Anyways, oh, one last advice for folks. Like, it's at the end of the game, at the end of the day, it's just a game. Don't ruin your whole day or week or whatever over it, right? Stay safe out there, folks. Don't get too upset over it. It's a game. Yeah, don't ruin your day because of that. But anyways, yeah, that's me with this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video. So we're gonna channel for some more Pro Masters content. We got a unboxing later today, right? More TCG stuff, which is fun. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.